Hi everyone, welcome back. Seeing as we're approaching the end of the month and also the end of 2024, I do have some wrap-up videos coming up, so things like Project Pan finales, my end of year makeup inventory, things like that. And I think the video today is the first one of those types of videos that I can get away with filming. This is my makeup purchases spending video, so I'll talk about all of the purchases, makeup purchases that I have made in Q4 and then give you an update as to my makeup purchases for the entire year and also compare that to my purchases last year. And I think the reason that I can do this video now is because I don't think there's any other makeup that I need to buy this year. I think I have bought all of the makeup that I need to this year. So let's just get into the purchases. I do have my laptop here on my lap, so I will be glancing down at this. So for Q4, let's start off with October. I made one purchase in October. It was on the 25th and I bought the NYX corrector stick for £5.51. This is the corrector stick. It only comes in one shade for dark circles, yellow, and it's in this twisty up sort of stick applicator here. Ideally I would like more shade ranges to choose from for my dark circles. I usually stick with Bobbi Brown, and Bobbi Brown have lots of different shades to choose from like fair to dark, bisque to peach, and I think the shade that I usually go for is light bisque, and I feel like that's a much better shade for me than yellow. Yellow does an alright job. I feel like I do need something a bit better colour wise. The texture of this isn't great as well. I don't have any dryness under my eyes, but I feel like this sticks to texture, so it is a little bit difficult to blend in entirely, but it was £5.51, so an absolute bargain. And I had seen quite a few videos about this product on TikTok, and I was coming up to using up my Bobbi Brown corrector, so I thought, well, let's try this for a £5, let's see what this is like. But I wouldn't repurchase it. I would in the future stick to my Bobbi Brown one because it's a better colour for me, and also it's creamier, it blends in a lot better. Now this year I have put myself on a replacement only no buy, and that means that I have only allowed myself to buy makeup if it is something that I have run out of and I don't have any backups in my collection. But last quarter I did break that no buy because I bought myself a lipstick. I had about, I don't know, maybe 10 lipsticks or so in my collection, so I didn't need to buy another lipstick. But because I'd been recently colour analysed, that's always a mouthful, colour analysed as a spring, I wanted to get another spring option into my makeup collection. So I have technically already broken my replacement only no buy, and I have broken it even further this quarter. Firstly, in November I made a purchase on the 28th of November, coming to £37.09. I bought two of the Violette FR Bisou balms that I have seen all over TikTok, and I wanted something that was very kind of like soft, great for every day, because I always like to have something on my lips, but sometimes I don't want something like this, like a bright coral. I want something that's a bit more appropriate for work, so it gives a little bit of colour but nothing too defined like this. But saying that, I would still wear this for work, it's fine. So I bought two of the Bisou balms. The shades I got, first one is Batiste, and this is their most popular shade. This is like a sort of like freshly kissed kind of effect. It's like you've put on a lip colour, kissed someone, and then this is what is left over. It's not a perfect match for a spring, but it's subtle enough where I don't think it really sort of matters too much. And then the next shade I went for was a spring option, and this is Guimauve, which is like an apricot peachy coral shade, really lovely shade. I haven't used these two enough yet to really get too much of an opinion. So far they're nice, they're not drying like I thought that they might be, because I've heard very different sort of opinions on whether they're dry or not. In my opinion, it isn't drying, it's very soft, it's very lightweight. You don't really kind of notice that you have anything on your lips. They do have a light sweet powdery scent to them, and staying power isn't great, but I don't think that these are the types of products that naturally have great staying power. So for now those are my thoughts, but I will obviously continue using them and I will have much more of an opinion later down the line. And then in December I did make 4 separate purchases. The first purchase was on the 3rd of December, coming in at £19.75, and it is a Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. I haven't tried much of Charlotte Tilbury makeup at all. I've tried the Hollywood Flawless filter, which is nice as a highlighter, but not all over my face. And I've tried a couple of the eyeshadow sticks, but I haven't tried any of the lip makeup products that she does. So I bought the lip liner in the shade Iconic Nude, which is such a viral, such a well-loved shade. Now, going back to True Spring, this isn't the best option for True Spring. This is like a nude beige kind of colour. Does verge fairly neutral, but this is really nice with a gloss rather than pairing it with a lipstick. That's how I like to wear this. So wear it as a lip liner, smudge it out a little bit and put a lip gloss over the top, and it's just a really nice subtle lip. Excellent quality lip liners. I think these are lovely. They're creamy, but they have decent staying power. They don't tug, they're not dry. Great colour payoff as well. Really like this, so I would be tempted to look at other shades that Charlotte Tilbury does. The reason that I bought this is because I only have, is it just one? Yes, just one other lip liner in my makeup collection. It's Chicory by MAC, which is like a warm red lip liner. So when I go for anything that isn't red, I don't have a lip liner for it. So I did finally cave and buy myself one, even though this is breaking my Nova because I had another lip liner. I just didn't have anything to go with lipsticks that aren't red. So this is actually coming in very handy. Next purchase was on the 9th of December, and this came in at just £6. It should have been more than that, but I think I got it with a Black Friday discount, and then because I got it on Space NK, I had a £10 off voucher somehow. I think because I'd bought it with a different email account, and then it was my first order, so I think I got a £10 off voucher. So this little set only came to £6. It is an ABH Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow kit. There is a mini brow freeze, which is the clear brow gel. And then there is a full size of the Brow Wiz, which is a double-ended eyebrow pencil on one side, spoolie on the other. And I bought this because I had been without an eyebrow product for a few months, and I was trying to see how my makeup looked without having an eyebrow product, because naturally my brows are quite full, they're quite thick. I've got pretty decent brows in terms of like colour, thickness and shape, and I thought, do I really need a brow product? I'd also had my brows waxed recently, had them tinted, and I think the tint has now completely faded. And I thought, well, maybe that's all I need in my brow routine. But the tint was too dark in my opinion. And after it faded, I thought, no, I think I do need something, but I don't need a lot. So I had a look at the different types of brow products. Didn't think I needed something like a pen or a pomade. I just needed something like a fine pencil to fill in any sparseness, and then a clear gel to set it. So I went for this after a lot of research, and I am thoroughly impressed, in particular with the Brow Wiz. With the freeze gel, I don't think that this is particularly different from, say, the Benefit clear brow gel, which I can't remember what it is called. It's pretty similar in that the brush is sort of, you've got two different ends to it. You've got a slightly thicker brush side and then a much finer side, and the Benefit one has that as well. So the brow gel is very nice, but I wouldn't necessarily stick to this one. I would kind of buy this one month. When it runs out, I would buy the Benefit one. But this brow pencil I really like. So that's the spoolie end. The brow end is a very fine pencil. It's not hard, so you don't need to really tug on your brows. You can be quite kind of light-handed with it. That's me being light-handed. If I press in a bit more so you can see the shade, you can build up the shade as well. And I always find it quite tricky to know what shade to go for my brows, because my brows are actually a lot darker than I think they are. Despite me being like a blonde, my brows are really dark and they're not warm, they're kind of neutral. So yeah, I always find it quite tricky to know what colour to go for. The colour I did end up going for was medium brown, and it is an excellent match for my brows. And I like that I can be quite precise with it. It never looks or never feels heavy. It's very natural. It's a really easy product to use. So I would stick with this one in the future. I really like this product in particular. I do also like the gel. What I liked even more is that the two of them came to £6. And then on the same day, I made another purchase. This is definitely breaking my no buy. I definitely didn't need to buy these two products, but I am a sucker when it comes to lip products. Lip products are my weakness. Where I go for quite a sort of basic pared back makeup look now, changing up my lip colour is the way that I kind of keep my makeup a bit kind of interesting, a bit different. I'm not bothered about eyeshadow colours so much anymore. If I do wear an eyeshadow, it's just a one and done shade. My lips are where I like to change things up a little bit. So a nude one day, coral the next day, pink the next day, peach, red. I like to have some options. So I bought 2 new lip products. Firstly is one of these Hourglass glossy lip balms, and I love these products. I think I've used up 3 before in the past. Now they are expensive and you don't get a lot of product, so your price per gram or price per mil or whatever, it doesn't work out to be too great, but I kind of don't care because I love these products so much. They are brilliant. Great colour payoff, nice bit of gloss on there as well. They have like a little minty sort of scent to it, so I always feel like I've brushed my teeth and then put on a lip product when I wear this. It's a little bit weird. The colour I got was Lucid, which is a sort of like corally orange kind of colour. Fantastic true spring colour. This is perfect. It does work a little bit with the Iconic Nude lip liner. I really do need to blend that one out a little bit more when I wear it with this one, but together they do work really nicely. And it's been a long time since I've had one of these in my makeup collection and I love it. And the other purchase I made alongside it was a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, my first ever Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. I did not go for Pillow Talk. I went for Sexy Sienna, which is another true spring option. It is like, it's a coral, basically a very beautiful coral, but not as vibrant as this one, which is Je ne sais quoi by Lisa Eldridge. Not as pink. This one is a little bit more pared back, a little bit peachy as well, I would say. Beautiful colour. Again, it can work with Iconic Nude. Iconic Nude blended out a little bit more before applying Sexy Sienna, but it's a very nice texture. I think it is a matte lipstick. Yes, it's a Matte Revolution lipstick, but it doesn't feel particularly drying, so it's still quite a hydrating option even though it is one of the matte formulations. And I just think it's a beautiful colour and it's still different from the other True Spring lipsticks that I have in my collection. So I'm starting to build up quite a nice little True Spring collection of lip products. So they both came to £48, and the last purchase that I have made this year, and I think it will still be the last purchase that I'm going to make this year, was on the 19th of December, came in at £6.38, and it is a Revolution setting spray that I came across on a TikTok. And MUA was going into Boots or Superdrug and she was picking out some really great makeup products that are dupes or even better than their higher end counterparts. So this is the Revolution Superfix Super Hold Misting Spray. I usually stick to the Urban Decay All Nighter spray. I have one here behind me. It is very close to being used up. I've probably got about 2 more uses out of it. So this isn't breaking my no-buy because I'm very soon to run out of that one. I don't have any backups, so this will be the one that I will use. So I'm intrigued to see what this one is like because it has been a while since I've kind of deviated from the Urban Decay All Nighter one. And hopefully this one is better because it's a lot cheaper. So in total, my Q4 makeup purchases came to £122.73. So that is the most that I have spent this year. So Q1, I only spent £22.12. Q2, I didn't buy anything. Q3, I spent £63.02. And then Q4, I spent £122.73. So that brings me to a total in 2024, I have spent £207.87 on makeup. And if we break that down for the quarters, that's a quarterly average of £51.97, and on a monthly basis that's a monthly average of £17.32, which I personally don't think is too bad at all. Yes, I've broken my no-buy on a few occasions, but it's not like I'm buying eyeshadow palettes when I know that I don't like eyeshadow palettes. It's not like I'm buying more foundations when I have 3 already. I've always said this on my channel that lip products are my weakness. I love lipsticks, I love lip glosses, I love lip liners. I'm very happy to have multiple in my inventory and not feel overwhelmed and not feel like I have too many products. And now that I'm buying True Spring options or mostly True Spring options, I feel like those ones are going to suit me really well as well. I have more warm and bright lip options now compared to warm and muted when I was styling myself as a True Autumn. So if we compare these numbers to 2023, so in 2024 I said that I had spent £207.87 in total on makeup. In 2023 I spent over an extra £1,000. So I spent in 2023 £1,238.64 on makeup, which now looking at that number I am horrified with. That is, for me personally, that's so much money spent on makeup. I think of what that money could have been spent on, and it's just quite baffling. So this is just makeup. This isn't even skincare, body care, hair care. If I had added those numbers up as well, my goodness, what would that total number be? So that is really quite shocking. I do not want my yearly totals to go near that at all. But the reason I had spent that much money on makeup last year was because in December 22 I had just been colour analysed as a true autumn. So I was buying makeup in true autumn colours. I was trying to figure out what were the best colours, best particular pieces of makeup that best suited me as a true autumn. And also as well, like, this is my hobby. This is what I really love doing. I love talking about makeup, shopping for makeup, buying makeup. It is a lot of what I do spend my money on, but I don't want it to be as much as it was in 2023. I am much, much happier with the figure for 2024. And just looking at my quarterly breakdown for 2023, so in quarter one I spent just over £250 on makeup, and that is more than what I have spent this entire year on makeup. So keeping track of your spending, things like inventories, purchases, is a really good way to sort of have a deep dive into your habits, into what you have, into what you spend your money on. So I would recommend it if you haven't already and you like these kind of videos, you like these kind of like deep dives into what people spend their money on or what makeup is in their inventory as well. So I hope you liked that video. I always love watching people's makeup purchases videos and makeup inventories. I find them so interesting, so I hope you did for this one. And I do have a few more videos like this coming up, like I said at the beginning. So I will have an end of year makeup inventory check-in video. I'll have a project pan finale video as well. I'll also have one on the makeup items and other beauty items that I want to finish up by the end of this year. So we do have some more wrap-up videos coming up, but thank you very much for watching this one, and I will see you very soon for my next one. Bye.